All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, 50 to Mike. 50. Right here. Hey, exit. Mike's 50. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
A first down throw, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he finds Howard complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Darnold. That's caught by Howard. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
44, Mike, 44. Come on, let's go.
Here's Darnold. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We're going to start. Mike's ball forward. Let's go. Defense. Hey, man up. Man up. Man 80. Lucky. Set. 80. 6 guys.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And his first carry, he loses the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Mike, 53.
From the 41, Brissett nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Partner, we had the game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. I got you. 47 miles. Watch the run. Hey, check Mike 47. All day, every day.
On third down, Brissett. The open man is Shark. It's complete. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
first down, Brissett. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
You better preach. I'm letting you know right now, you better preach. Let's 57's right. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Here's Brissett. The open man is Westbrook. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Brissett to throw on first. And he completes it to Westbrook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Fournette.
God damn
Fournette,
it.
first down, still going. That good for 19 on the first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefit to that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
First down, Jets.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Darnold. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Darnold now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike 50. Mike, hey, box drop, box drop.
Darnold to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
44 for Mike. 5. Yeah. 44, Mike.
To the air again, Darnold. That's complete to Trenton Cannon, the running back. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, Darnold. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Safety screaming. Slam. He's checking.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, watch the ball.
We're set on 1st down. And caught by Henry. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw is Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. He was looking for a new one there.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the line.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Let's go now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd and 10.
Jesus Christ, I lost track
with one complete. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready? Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On play action, Brissett. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Brissett. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. He'll find his running back here, Richard. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good size lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play would take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the 2nd half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, 1st half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Bravo. Watch QB draw. Watch QB.
Darnold now to throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Darnold now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his. Hey, wahoo.
Throwing again is Darnold. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. Darnold now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Catanzaro's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
53, check 53. It's our time.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
47 Mike, 47. Who that?
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. C.J. Mosley able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Here's Matt Wild now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Grant on the return. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check. Watch the slip.
Again, it's Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. That is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Brissett now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57. I'm going to run you over. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Watch the pass.
Now Brissett. That one complete. He finds Shark. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Jets' 31-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They go play action with Brissett. Shark's got it left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down now, Richard, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
1st down, Brissett. He completes it to Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, Brissett. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
A 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Come on. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Man, 80. Check 20%.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Darnold. Under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Brissett sets to throw it. Open man right side is Sharp. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Brissett to throw on 1st. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. So we got man. 53. Check 53.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Completes it to Lee. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Let's see what you got.
From the red zone now, Brissett toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On second down, Brissett again. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
57's mine. All day, all day. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Go, go. 57.
Brissett again. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jalen Richard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. They'll have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Go. Hey, Delta. Me. I got this. 44, Mike, now.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit. Yeah.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the left.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Coming after you. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Brissett now. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I got it. 53 to Mike. 53. Check.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He's going to let this one go. He's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 33 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You're trapped.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Brissett. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And down inside the 15 he goes. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Enunwa's got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 12 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Jaguars 21.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll run on first down. Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Bell. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 31 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here's Bell. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Jets, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Buffalo.
set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. 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 We go set. Reset. We go set. Set. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Set. Reset. We go 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 set. Reset. 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 We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Set. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Set. Reset. Go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Set. Reset. We go 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 set. Reset. Set. Reset. Go set. Set. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset.